Good to see you.
Right. Welcome.
Thanks.
To our exciting podcast setup. It's really good, really good. So today I just wanted to get some kind of, I guess, some feedback from you over the last year, and I've just got some questions ready to help kind of delve in. If you had to sum up 2025 in one word for Circle, what would that word be?
It's been transformational for us, really. I think coming into, so we made some really big changes back end of last year, and then coming into this year, we kind of rode that wave, and it's kind of taken us through. It's been up and down, but yeah, we finished really, really strong this year. So I'm super happy with where we're at.
And was there a moment or an achievement for you over the last year that made you think, like, this is why we're doing this?
Yes. Yeah, so it was last week. So we hit 100k WGP, which only 10% of contract recruitment agencies will ever see that number. It means more than just like the money. It's not that. It's more of, what does that mean for us as a business? We've built an infrastructure, we've built a repeatable business that can just keep going on and on and on and on. So they say the first 100k is the hardest, the second 100k is the easiest. So let's see how we go on next year.
Well, we'll be doing this again then.
Yeah.
What was the biggest shift that you saw across Circle as a group this year? Like, whether that's commercially, culturally, what do you think's been the biggest shift?
Mindset. I think that's been the biggest shift. It's been the mindset of the individuals from every level. I think that there's a lot more belief in the camp. People understand why we ask them to do certain things, and mindset 100%. It's a lot more growth mindset. We've done a lot of coaching on it. We've involved Trevor Pinder. Trevor Pinder's been involved in some of that stuff as well. But we've got a lot more of a growth mindset across everyone in the business.
When I was talking to Kaylee, one of the things we were speaking about was the culture and how bought in and how invested as a company you are in kind of building that culture. Whether that be the training, the support that the team get. You know, nobody's just trying to drop in and left to themselves. It's like continual throughout, from kind of like new starter to your leaders have all got like progression paths, which I think is fantastic.
And that's hard to handle. I think if you're one person managing, I don't know, 10 people, that's really, really tough. But when you create leaders and then more leaders, like, it just becomes osmotic.
Which win in 2025 are you personally most proud of?
100k WGP. It's the biggest mile. It's like that. It's that first milestone where, you know, and we got close to it. We got close to it last year, but then got hit. But this year it's just been all steam ahead, and I think that comes down to the fact that we set a vision. We've never really set a vision before, which is bonkers now I think about it. But we've never really set a vision for what we're trying to achieve. Where do we want to be in 3 years' time, and what are the milestones that are going to get us there? So, you know, getting everyone bought into the 100k. It's not just my 100k. It's everyone. Everyone just erupted when we hit that number on Friday. Everyone erupted, as in, like, do you know what? That's the first major milestone, and it's the first major milestone for any contract recruitment business. And most never see it, and I get why. Because it's hard. Like, you know, what got us here won't get us there, and that's constant throughout the journey. If I look back to COVID, literally when we went into lockdown, we lost 90% of our book. So the 3 years leading up to COVID, all that hard work and that momentum that we had behind us had just gone overnight. So we pretty much had to rebuild from there, and to get it from 2020 to 2025 to get to 100k is massive, and all credit to the team, the leaders, the operational team, like the whole lot. The branding, obviously the branding.
Okay, what do you think 2025 taught you as a leader?
Let go and trust the process and trust the people. Trust the leaders to do their jobs. They're in that position, I'll put them in that position because I believe that they're the best people to do it. Let them do it.
I think that's a really hard learning.
Of course it is. And I think every leader has to go through that evolution, and they have to make that change at some point. But I think letting go and getting them to do it, and taking more of a back seat, and just realising that I have 4 direct reports, and just work with them. You know, that doesn't mean that I'm not super hands-on when I go on the shop floor. I love to understand what you know, where deals are at, and you know, successes that people are having, and seeing the journey of individuals coming in and just going through the gears and stuff like that. I love all of that, but actually the day-to-day management
doesn't have to sit with you.
Doesn't have to sit with me.
Where did the team surprise you most this year in pace or delivery or resilience? Is there anything that's kind of stood out for you?
So I was actually on holiday in Dubai with my family, and we had a target to close out Q3, and we walked in and we had some really bad news on the last week. So we were super close to hitting it, and on the last week we had a project pulled, and I think overnight we kind of lost like 5 or 6 contractors. So that week they needed to do 18 deals, which, you know, if you look at the average is less than 1 deal per head per month. For a team of 21, 22 people having to do 18 deals in a week was like, okay, it's unlucky. We got close, but they absolutely smashed it. Like they were coming in, they were selling trial starts. They were selling trial starts up until the Friday. I think on the Friday they needed 8 deals to get it. And that right there was the moment that I knew that they believe. That the mindset is there. There's a never say die attitude in the business. They really believe that they can do this, and credit to them, they hit it and we went and we had the incentive and stuff like that. So for me, that's what surprised me. It's like, go to the end. Go to the end, never give up.
Good lesson.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then you relax on your holidays a bit more now.
I was like, where they at? Are they going to do it?
And what does 2026 look like for you?
So I think we've built the infrastructure and the framework now for a business, and we, you know, there's a lot of heavy investment that goes in initially, like, so the office, the size of the ops teams, bringing in Nikki as COO and all of that stuff. The size of all of that warrants probably treble the size we are. So we now need to start reaping the benefits of the economies of scale. So it's double or die.
Double, obviously.
Yeah, we're not going to die. But do you know what I mean? It's all in on double. So yeah, we've got obviously UAE launching. Kelsey's moving out to the UAE. Have got, you know, the US is really starting to gain some traction now. We've got some really good stuff going on in the US, but just doubling down in the hottest markets. And sitting here this time next year at 200. That's where I want to be.